It's about to get Gabby AF.
We about to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF. We about to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF. It's nothing less, cause you rocking with the best. Now we about to get Gabby AF.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Gabby AF. I'm very excited to have this guest on. He's probably one of my favorite people in the entire world, which is weird to say because I don't think I'm one of his favorite people in the entire world, but
I'm
super hyped to introduce for the first time on Gabby AF, Mr. Eddie Kingston. Hi, Eddie. How are you today?
I'm good. What is that? Hi. Yeah, I'm good.
That's
I'm
how
good.
I talk to my guests. What?
No,
I can't. You're already laughing at me. We just started.
Because it's so like you. That's not how you say hello.
I know, but
as long as I've known you, you've never gone hi.
I'm super excited that you're here. So it's like an extra.
That's such bullshit. She's such a liar.
Not. How is that? Oh my God. See, it's already starting. Okay. Like, first of all, you've only known me a few years. To be like, as long as I've known you, like you've known me 20 something years.
Yeah, thank God I don't. From Hoboken.
Why? What's wrong with Hoboken? I
don't know. I just got to bust on people's balls from Jersey. You know,
I know you do.
It's a New York, Jersey thing.
But that's how we met because you.
Yeah.
That's by the way my favorite story. I tell people all the time. You don't tell people that story because you pretend like you don't know me when we see each other in person.
Yeah, I do that on purpose because it bothers you.
Yeah, I know, because that, like, every friend in my life, you like me to be upset and annoyed, which I'm not a fan of.
No, all my friends. I do that to all my friends.
So that means we're friends. You just called us friends.
Yeah, we're cool.
You just called us friends.
Yeah, I said we're cool.
But when we met, it was in Pittsburgh or whatever, and I was just talking to someone, and I was very loud, because as you know, I might be. Yeah, no surprise there. And I was talking how I talk now. I don't think I have an accent. Because I guess because I'm talking, I don't hear it. But everybody that I meet, every time I meet a wrestler from somewhere else, they're like, oh my God, your accent, you're from New Jersey. And I'm like, wow, like they can tell. You yelled at me from across the bar and you were like, you're from New Jersey, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. And you were like, who are you? What are you doing here? And, and I was like, oh, hi, Eddie. Like, nice to meet you. And this was like when I was first starting. So I was like a little, like, I wasn't like as friendly or like outgoing as I am now. So I was like, oh, Eddie, like so nice to meet you, like blah blah. And you were like, yeah, whatever. Like where are you from? You just sound like you're from where I'm from. And that was the whole conversation. And
that really
to this
was,
day, that's my favorite conversation. It was the best thing ever. That changed our lives forever.
Maybe yours. I don't know. No, it changed mine. I'm not saying for the good or for the better, bad or whatever. But no, we get that all the time. People from the East Coast, from Jersey and New York, like the other day I was at a friend's house with my girl and like my friend's neighbor just heard me talking and she was like, where are you from?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You're I hear an accent. I was like, I don't know. You motherfuckers have accents. I don't.
But it's funny too, because we'll just say, where are you from? Like we're just right in it. And like people from other places, when I go to like Texas or all these places, everybody's so nice and patient and like calm, and I'm at the airport, I'm like, why aren't these people moving? Like, let's go, like let's move it, because like that's how we are, and like that's how you are. You're a very upfront person, if you don't like somebody, you can tell you don't like somebody.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to hide my face when I don't like somebody, so like I'll say hello, but it's like what's up, like people know right away. Like Ortiz tells me all the time, he's like, oh, I already know who you don't like, this person, that person, you like this one. I go, how do you know? He goes, come on, you're so obvious. And I'm like, I don't know. Just the way I am, you know what I mean? I don't want to waste energy or time.
Well, you would say, like, they would call that for a girl, it's like a resting bitch face. Like, if you have that look that you just don't like somebody, you have the bitch face. So you kind of just have that all the time when you don't like somebody, I guess.
Yeah, you already knew that this was not going to be a good thing to say. That's why you started laughing before you even finished the conversation.
Because you know what I mean by it. That's why you're not mad that I said it.
No, I'm not mad at all.
When I watch you, even when I watch you, it's easy to tell. Like, so let's get into it. Who do you not like now? Because there are some people talking shit about you, obviously.
Yeah,
Danielson being one of them. He called you a bum, dude. What is that about?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, well, I'm the king of the bums. That don't bother me. I like that. I like being called a bum.
I don't like that.
Good. I do. King of the bums, king of the underdogs, king of the lowest of the low. That's me. I like that. So that don't bother me. Bryan's a judgmental prick anyway. You know what I mean? Whatever. Go eat a vegan sandwich or whatever you eat and save the earth. I don't really care. You know, I'll be dead long and gone. I'll be long and gone before this earth blows up. So good luck, Bryan. I don't care.
Well, you said you were going to knock his eye sockets out, which I thought was a pretty
why not?
Graphic
why
detail.
not?
Why not? You know, who else do you not like right now? Like, that's what I want to get into, you know, because there's all these people that want to start shit. First of all, I don't understand why people start with you of all people. Like, you'd be the one person, if I had an issue with, I would kind of just keep quiet because it's like, you're the one person I wouldn't fuck with, I felt like, for me personally.
No, I get it because, like, when I was younger, I used to see, like, the big guys walk into the bar. And, you know, when I was younger and a little bit, you know, out there, not dealing with my emotions correctly, you know, I would look at the biggest guy in the bar and be like, all right, later tonight, maybe I'll test him, bump into him and see what see what he's about. But that's what it is. It's, you know, people want to fight me because I have a big mouth and I don't curb it. So people want to fight me for that. Also, I've noticed, not just in pro wrestling, but in life, there's a lot of judgmental motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That, like, think they're better than other people just because of God knows what. So I've been judged a lot in wrestling by wrestlers, by people who say they're journalists, by people who say they were in wrestling and love wrestling. Yeah, I've been judged all over and it don't bother me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just fight me then or get in there with me and see what's up.
So it's so interesting you say that because I feel like you do get judged super hard and there's all these times you have to stand up for yourself. But like for other people that get judged, even just that aren't on a platform like yours or aren't a wrestler and don't have, you know, the ability to just like fight the people that piss them off, like how do you get to that point where it can roll off your back and like not let it bother you? Because I let shit bother me all the time. And it's hard to be like, not care about it or not care what people say.
You're whacked out. You're whacked out though.
So. But okay, so don't use me as an example, Ben. Maybe other people use this as like an inspirational way because that's one of my favorite things about you, seriously, and I'm going to compliment you on it. So take the compliment because I don't compliment a lot. But I like that you don't give a fuck about what people say about you and you kind of use that as ammo to just keep doing what you got to do. But that takes a lot because some people don't have the ability to just let it roll off their backs or it bothers them and it weighs them down. So how did you get to that point? Did something happen or were you just always that way? Or like, how would other people be able to do something like that? Because that's not an easy thing to do.
No, without a doubt, it's not easy, but it was mostly me not giving a fuck started as a defense mechanism first. If I remember correctly, because like I've told my story in the past, you know, I'm a mixed kid. I'm a mutt. I'm Irish and Puerto Rican. My father's Irish. My mother's Puerto Rican. And when I was growing up, it wasn't cool to be mixed. You know what I mean? So you got your balls busted a lot. And I had to go through a lot of mental stuff with that, like understanding racism and just people being, you know, kids being kids, but assholes.
Yeah.
So me not giving a fuck and not caring kind of started as a defense mechanism so I wouldn't have to deal with anything. And then, you know, they say act as if, sooner or later it just became reality. And then, you know, I also learned only God can judge me anyway, so I don't really care. And also I know who I am. You know, I know what I've done. I know who I am in the present, and I'm trying to be something better in the future. So, you know what I mean? I really don't care. And also, they're not my family. They're not important people, you know? Yeah. Oh, but they work with you. And a lot of people will fucking work with me. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, once I go home, I don't think about none of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? None.
Yeah.
I'm at my house trying to meditate and, you know, watch wrestling and chill out and make sure the house is good. Try to get the bathroom fixed or some shit. You know what I mean? The door handles broke on the patio door. So I got to worry about that. I ain't got to worry about what Mr. A, B, and C over here said about me because they don't know me.
Yeah.
And now when it comes to wrestling, they get in the ring with me and they find out.
Right.
And everyone I ever wrestled has always said, fuck, I didn't know you were going to come at me like that. What do you expect me to do?
Yeah.
Fucking lay there because you have some sort of name? Fuck your name. I don't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just the way I look at it.
But I think like the crowd can see it, and that's why the fans like love you so much, because it's like insane. When I go to
I
the
don't know if
live
they
shows,
love
Eddie, when
me.
you
I don't
show
know
up,
if they love me.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
happy they like me, but I don't know about
no,
love.
they love
but...
you, dude. What are you talking about? Like the reactions that you get when you come out are like some of the craziest pops that I've ever heard from people when I'm at the shows.
I'm very thankful for that, but I don't get it because I'm me, and this is what I wanted to do since I was 9 years old, so I don't understand why people are going nuts. You know what's funny? I get the people who don't like me more than the people that do like me.
Really? I've never talked to a fan that didn't like you, ever.
No, just hearing the fans in the audience, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? They'll make comments, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I get it. But when they're like, Eddie, you're the best, I go, I go, huh?
Reach higher.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, you could like someone better than me. Like, that's what you're saying
to
the fans.
Like, I'm kind of like, I'm okay. But when somebody's like, you're a fat mess, I go, yeah, well, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
No,
you know, maybe
I don't like that shit.
I shouldn't have had the peanut butter pie before I wrestled. Yeah, I get it.
Listen,
you know,
food is like a real thing, and like I was just talking about this because I within like the last year I lost like 50 pounds since getting laid off and like all this kind of stuff. So like it's crazy because I love food. I don't know if that's just an Italian thing, if it's a Jersey thing, like whatever. So when people throw the word like fat around, it makes me so angry because I'm just like I know it doesn't make you angry because you say everything like rolls off your back, and I know you've talked about this a million times that you don't think you're the stereotypical wrestler, and like and people are like not nice to you about it, and it pisses me off because I would rather see somebody like you. I would, because I relate to you more than I would relate to like, I don't know, a Danielson who's like, you know, eating the vegan food, you know, working out.
He's a
and,
fucking
like,
hippie.
like,
he's a hippie.
Yeah,
Just say it. He's a hippie.
Well, I'm not saying that because
Bryan Danielson's a fucking hippie. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. You tree hugging motherfucker. There it is. That's what he is.
This is my favorite interview I've ever done in my life.
I don't know if that's like a bad thing to say because, you know, I'm older. So I don't know if that's like a thing that we're not allowed to say. You can't
really say anything anymore. I feel like everything's kind of bad, quite honestly. So it might be bad. We'll ask AEW after, you know, if they're okay with it.
Yeah, they'll take care of this. Yeah. Thank God this is not live.
No, thank God it's not live, number one. Number two, I'm never going to get anybody from AEW on the show again. So this is great. My first and last will be Eddie Kingston.
Yeah,
so
there you go. You're lucky. There's no one else to really talk to there. Honestly, who else would you talk to?
I mean, well,
they'll give you the typical bullshit answers. Everything's great.
Yeah.
Everybody's wonderful. I'm so happy to work here. This has been my dream. I'm living my dream. All right.
You are, though, living your dream. You just
that's fine, but everyone else, it's like, I don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
I guess. I mean, I think what you represent is so much bigger than that BS because you're like, if I can do it, you can do it. Like, that's
That's honest. That's probably the most honest thing I've ever said because I've done a lot of dumb shit. Yeah. Like, you know, as a kid and in my early 20s. And it took me a really long time to mature and actually be a full adult man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would always have one foot doing something wrong while the other one's trying to pull me to the right direction.
Yeah.
And it took me until I was 38 to finally, like, it took me to 38 in the pandemic for me to snap out of my own bullshit. Because that's all it was bullshit that I put in my own head and, you know, played out and got all defensive and just a bunch of shit. So that's why I tell people, like, yeah, look, I'm doing things I'm not supposed to be doing right now. There's no way that I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Or going to do the G1 since I used to daydream about doing the G1 in high school. Mm-hmm. Like I was 13 years, like Stepanak High School. That's where I went. One of the schools I went to. There's other ones I got kicked out of as I did that one. But I remember my freshman year just reading a PWI magazine while they're trying to teach something. I wasn't, you know, whatever. I wasn't paying attention. I should have. But I was just looking at things and like something came up about New Japan. And I remember just staring out the window, fantasizing about being in the G1. And then I turn around and I'm in it. And it's like, yeah, so it's like, come on, seriously.
Yeah.
If I can pull myself out of the gutter, if my fat ass can fucking do shit, then let me tell you something. Anybody with even just a smidge of drive can do it. You know what I mean? All you need is that little bit of drive, and you can do it. Because that's all I needed. Again, it took until 38 in a pandemic, but I don't want other people to go through that. Just fucking live your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do what you want to do. Don't work a job you hate or join a job because your family's in it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
Do something else. You have the freedom to do it. You know, and also words have power. So like somebody will say like, oh, I can't do this. I'm like, yeah, you can't because you just fucking said it. You didn't even try it.
Yeah.
And you're saying you can't.
You get in your own way.
You're already defeated yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, that's such a different kind of story too. Like you turned 38 and that's when everything started working. And some people when they're 30, they're like, oh, my life's over. Now this is what it is kind of thing. And you did it at such a different time. Like there's so many young talents in AEW that are starting at like 22, like these young people, like, you know, Julia Hart's champion right now. And she's so young and it's such an amazing thing to watch.
It's disgusting. You can say it. You can say it. It's disgusting.
It's not disgusting because it's a beautiful thing because to see her in 10 years from now and what's going to happen because she's so good now and she's champion now, like that stuff for me, especially as
it's all downhill from here.
No,
that's all it is.
This was going from such an upbeat. Like,
all right, go
ahead. Do you find yourself like, do younger talent in AEW Ring of Honor, do they come to you a lot for like advice?
No,
they don't.
No.
See, I would go to you. Why do you think they don't do that? Because I feel like
because I tell them to get away from me. I tell them to get away from me.
Why?
Because they won't listen. So I don't even try. No, all right, that was a joke. In a way, that was a joke.
Yeah.
No, there's only certain people I help. I'm very picky and choosy with my time and my energy. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? People have known me to watch a match and then they'll come and be like, how was it? And I'll be like, oh, I didn't watch. And they'll be like, Eddie, we know you watch. I'm like, nah. Because I know the people and I know they're just asking me for appearances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, look, someone asked for advice. But then they're not going to take it and still do whatever the fuck they want. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I know who's who, and I'm picky with who I help. Am I going to tell you who I help? No.
Is there anyone like you go to kind of discuss stuff with, like for yourself?
I Homicide is number one all the time. Mm-hmm. He'll text me right after matches, or we'll talk, like do the Monday evening quarterback or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, definitely Mox when me and him are talking. We fight like brothers, so like we won't talk for 3 months and then we'll be talking, wishing each other Merry Christmas, and then the next month we'll be at each other's throats. It's just the way we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your friendship with a lot of people, I heard.
Yeah. It is.
So,
me and you are best friends.
Christopher Daniels is another one. Jerry Lynn, another one, you know what I mean? Ortiz, because he's just honest with me, you know what I mean? Ethan Page is another one who's just straight up honest, even though me and him have, again, like Mox, falling in and out. But there's love there.
That's an amazing thing. I know you're close with Ruby too, because I saw.
Yes. Yeah. I'm close with Ruby. She's doing her thing with, I don't know. I don't watch the show. I put it on to support, you know what I mean? But most of the time, I'm just in and out of stuff because I'm trying to think of other things, or I'm tired from training.
Yeah. No, it's a lot.
You know what I mean? Or meditating.
Well, and then you got to worry about what you're doing too. You know, you just had, you beat Andrade in that match for the Continental Classic, and I loved that match. Like that was awesome.
Thank you. That was a rough one.
It was rough.
Yeah. He's so good that it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't. It was just so weird. In a way, I feel like I got lucky because I really couldn't spot any kind of weakness in him. So just me getting the win, I was surprised. That was me at the end. I was like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that you can read your face like so easily when you're like.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I got him. Thank God. In my head, I was like, if he kicks out of this, fuck.
So funny.
Please stay down. At one point, I was like, just please, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Stay down. I want to go home. I want to go to the hotel and shower. Hungry. Just please stay that was going through my head. Please stay down. Yeah. Please, I just want to go to the hotel and take a shower. Please stay down.
He's amazing though. Like Andrade is one of those two that I watch and I'm just like, wow. Like he and I'm not the kind of person who watches wrestling for technicality things because like I don't know any of that shit. That's not why I'm a newer fan, right? I either like somebody or I don't like them, and that makes me want them to win or not. I don't give a fuck about anything else, and it's either a good thing or a bad thing because I'll watch and people be like, "Did you see he did this move and that move?" And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, did you see it? Like how the crowd reacted to him? Like that's the shit that I like. So that's something like where for you, even before I knew you, it was one of those things like you came out, and even like the whole like D's nuts thing, like when you were doing that whole like angle and people were just shouting.
That was just but I said that just because I had nothing else to say. That was like my last thing like on my mind.
Yeah. But it stuck.
I was
and
like,
it was like a thing.
I can't curse on national television. That's what I kept thinking because I wanted to be like, fuck you, Miro, you stupid motherfucker. But I couldn't say that on TBS or TNT. So I was like, these nuts. I don't even know what to say.
It was the most organic, great thing, I feel like, because I asked people too, like my friends that are casual watchers. I force all my friends to watch pro wrestling. So I'm either a great friend or I'm a terrible friend because I get them all into it now and I bring them to shows and they like don't know these things exist. And you, every single time, if it's you on television doing something, they're like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, it's Eddie Kingston. They're like, I kind of like, do we like him? Is he good or bad? And I was like, I don't know. Depends on the day. Really depends.
It really
on the
does.
Because like
it really does.
Because one day I'm like, oh, he's beating up the ref. So like, we're supposed to not like him. But like, then he comes out and he's like protecting his friend. So like, we fucking love him. And then he's like beating up Mox. So we're like, do we like him? Like, I don't know what we're supposed to do with Eddie, but you just kind of
like that.
You want.
But
it's a good thing. Because people like you either way.
Whether you cheer or boo or whatever, in all honesty, just come to the shows. Yeah. That's all I care. Yeah. Just watch pro wrestling because professional wrestling is honestly the first thing I've ever fell in love with and have been in love with since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just wanted to do good.
Yeah, of course.
I wanted to thrive. I want multiple companies so more of the boys can work. I think that's missed a lot of, with the younger generation, a lot of it's more selfish. Mm-hmm. They don't really think about the boys in general, that it's supposed to be the wrestlers against everybody else. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't really see that. Like, I get being selfish because sometimes you got to be in life and in business. Mm-hmm. But also you got to remember, you want your respect to your peers. And you want the boys to eat. And when I say the boys, I also mean the females too. I include them, just saying that. Yeah. But you want everyone to eat. You know what I mean? That's the way I think it should be. I don't know. Right. I could be wrong. So like when I say stuff, it's not really for me, or I do stuff, it's not really for me. It's for the boys. It's for the industry. Mm-hmm. Because I want to leave it better than it was when I came in. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the only solace I have with wrestling, knowing that when it's all said and done, I will try to leave it better. Wrestling don't give a fuck about me, but I'm trying to leave it better for the next generation.
I don't know if wrestling cares really about anybody, because everyone's got, and I'm sure, those times where you're like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I say pro wrestlers are the craziest people I know. Like, what you guys do, I don't understand how you do it. And I think you have to be, to a certain degree of like crazy to like be as good at it as you are, because just the travel, what it does to your body mentally, just like everything. When I travel to shows to watch shows, I get home and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I didn't do shit.
I remember we took a flight together to Newark, and you lumbered out of that airplane just looking for your mother.
I was dying, and that was like my first. So we took the morning flight, so I didn't sleep. Because they were like, oh, you have a 6 a.m. flight. Every wrestler was like, you're not going to sleep. Just go to the bar and just stay up. So I stayed up. And when I tell you...
Number one, you listen to a bunch of young wrestlers. Young.
Well, no, I think you told me. You're not that young. And that's what you
told me. No, I did not say stay up the whole night. I said, all right, you better fucking do something. That's probably what I said. I didn't say go to sleep or stay up. Don't put that shit on me. Listen, I said, you got to do something.
I'm not going to call out who it was, but they were not young wrestlers.
I know. I could tell who it was.
They were the veteran wrestlers that are like, yeah, you got to stay up. Like, blah, blah. So I was like, okay.
They probably just wanted you to drink with them. Grow up. Come on now.
Don't tell me to grow up. I'm old too. But, okay, don't piss me off now, Eddie, okay? Just because you're the guest. Don't start with me. But anyway.
This is the real side right here, folks. Real Jersey
only
City
fucking
bullshit.
Eddie Kingston can come on my
Hoboken
show
bullshit.
and hype me up so much that like I'm gonna curse a lot on my own show. I try to keep it classy. I've had classy guests on this show. I've really doing a good job. Yeah. Listen, okay, whatever. Anyway, I have to keep this going. But what I was saying was I was in the airport and I was half asleep like this. And I remember I'm just looking up and you're sitting right there and you're like, what's up? You good? And I was like, Eddie, I'm fine. Like and then you said to me, you were like, I remember we were on a small plane. Because it was like Pittsburgh.
Yes.
The plane was so small. I don't like flying anyway. We're on a small plane and my big bag
with me. Same.
Wouldn't get on the carry-on and you were standing like a few people behind me. Not only did you not fucking offer to help me put the bag up, you watched me from the back and you were like, do it. Like, bitch, put the bag up. Like nobody else. An old man was in front of me like, oh, I'll help you. You're this young fucking guy, pro wrestler in the back of the plane watching me struggle. The old man like actually fell back trying to put my bag up. I remember it was the most embarrassing thing of my life.
And I told him, I said, you shouldn't have helped.
You were like, she can handle it. She looks young. Like, what the fuck? Make her do it. And you were like talking shit on the plane. And I was half asleep.
I said, she ain't my girl. Fucking help yourself.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And then I remember we got off. You said something. I don't remember if you said this to me this day or the next. And you were like, Gabby, I was going to fuck with you so bad and embarrass you and just like come up to the side of the plane and be like, can I sit with her? Like, I'm going to like, what did you say? You were going to make it like, you were going to do something embarrassing to me. And I said,
I forgot.
I'm embarrassed enough. Just
yeah, I totally forgot what it was. It was probably something stupid.
Yeah, it was going to be something stupid. And you were like, I was just going to do it because you were half asleep and I just wanted to scare the shit out of you. And I was like, I was like, sir, I've been through enough. I went to my first wrestling show. I dealt with all of you people. I've been through enough at this point in my life. Like, let me live. And then, I stumbled out of there. I don't even think I said goodbye to you because I was pissed.
No, you ran.
I was mad at you.
Power walked out.
Yeah, because you didn't help me with the bag, dude. Like,
who
does that?
Why?
Broke my arm. Like, listen, I'm not
Nah, you're good. You're good. You
anyway,
got it.
I've learned to pack smaller now going to any
exactly. There you go. I taught you a lesson.
Yeah.
Without you even knowing.
I just wear the same clothes like you every day. The t-shirt and fucking jeans, pretending like
How is that me? I wear sweatpants. That's you know what I mean?
Well, I wear sweatpants most of the time. But like I try to be more professional than you when I go to these things. Because you can wrestle inside. Why are you making that face? Was that mean?
Yes.
No.
That was you. Now I'm back.
Please. Whatever. But anyway, all right, we'll get back on track, I guess, because this has been, nobody wants to hear about this story. I feel like me and you are having a good time and people listening are like, what the fuck am I listening to? This is too...
It's not my problem.
It's not your problem at all, actually. I appreciate you coming on. We don't even know if this is going to go to air. It's fine. 2024 is around the corner. You just celebrated Christmas. It's almost New Year's. What is 2024 looking like for you? What would you like to do? Who are some people you want to kick the shit out of? I want to know first. I want you to tell me first what it's who's in your beeline for 2024 that you want to fuck up.
I just want to stare at you until you keep asking me the same question.
It's not asking the same question.
There we go. Anyway, no, I would like to go back to New Japan. I really don't care who I fight. It is whoever. I don't book the shows. It's not my show.
But still, so you can say people that you.
Everybody. I don't care. I don't really care. It just. There's no face there. It's just a body. I don't really care. Honestly.
I understand that, but you know who.
I'm not gonna say names. I just want to go back to New Japan.
Okay.
I want AEW to keep growing, and I'll do whatever I have to do for that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I mean, I think AEW is only growing because there's the Continental Classic in and of itself being introduced this year was like one of my favorite things. I thought it was awesome. And I thought it got to really like lay out a lot of people that I didn't get to see as much like every single week on Dynamite. And you have all these other shows. You have Collision, you have Ring of Honor. So it really
and Rampage. Don't forget Rampage.
And Rampage, of course. But I think the roster's so big that there's only possibilities to grow for these kinds of matches and these kinds of people. And like I said, there's so many young people in AEW that are now getting the time to shine with the Sky Blues and the Julia Harts, and like Hook is one of my favorite people to watch because he's
of course Hook's one of your favorites. He's every female's favorite.
No, okay, not because of that. Favorite. Not because
I'm just saying the kid's a good looking. God bless him.
He is, but he's
God bless him.
Listen, he is, but he's also I love what I like his whole attitude of just being like I don't give a fuck. He's like a younger Eddie Kingston. He doesn't give a fuck about anything. He just wants to fight people.
I don't know about that.
Come on.
I don't know about. Yeah. He's too good looking to be me. I don't know. No.
Maybe
way
you were
too
good looking
to
once,
be.
Eddie.
What happened?
Were you good? Maybe you were good looking when you were younger. I didn't know you then.
No. I looked this my whole life. This is how I've looked. I came out of the womb with a beard and my voice so gravelly.
The gravelly voice is like a thing, though. Women like that.
I have no idea why, and I really don't care. My girl, as long as my girl likes it, that's all I give a fuck about.
She
must
like it. You know what I mean? As long as you're happy.
Well, sometimes until it gets to her, where I'm like, oh, babe, it's
Yeah. Ew, do you say babe?
Look at the face you just made.
I just don't like babe. Like I don't like babe. Like if I'm with I don't like being called babe. It's like a thing. I don't like that.
Oh my God, you're one of those. Okay.
What? I'm one of those? What do you mean?
Just like you know what I mean? Just take the affection. Take the affection, babe, baby, whatever.
Well, no, baby and babe are two very different things.
Fuck. I don't like you in that. Kill me that. All right, then I won't call you anything. No. That's what I would do. I won't call you nothing.
I wouldn't say I don't like it, but it's like one of those things where some people are like, oh my God. I think some people abuse that term and they make it so corny that it's like, I'm just like, ugh. It makes me
I don't know who you're hanging out with. Because I don't, guy friends I have and girlfriends that I have don't be walking around calling motherfuckers babe for no reason, unless they're with them. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm also in my 30s, single, dating in New Jersey. What do you think I'm dealing with?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? The only people I talk to are
Tommy DeVito's. Hey, Gabby.
Tommy fucking DeVito was just in Hoboken a few weeks ago. Are you kidding?
Yeah, and tell me you weren't there front row.
I wasn't
Tommy,
there. I'm not a
love
Giants
you.
fan, bro. I don't care about Tommy DeVito. Tommy fucking Cummings. He was benched the other day. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm a Giant fan. I don't care.
Oh, you are a Giants fan?
I don't care, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, a Jet fan?
No, I'm not even a New York fan. I'm actually a Packers fan, so.
Next question.
That was the most violent eye roll you've ever done, and that was a lot.
Yeah,
for
just
me.
Why? I don't. Whatever.
Okay, if I told you why, you're gonna feel bad because it has to do with my dad, and we grew up watching.
Oh, see now, yeah. Now you can't tell me. All right.
Fuck yeah.
Go Pack, go.
Oh,
go.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Look how mad she's getting. Anthony, seeing this?
Listen, there's a few things you can't talk shit about with me, and it's family, which is my father's everything. So like.
Yeah. I know that. You told me that.
I think we did talk about that. But that's also why I'm single, because my dad is such a good fucking human, and he's like a European from another country, and all the men here are morons. The only guys I talk to are New Jersey, Guidos, and wrestlers. So my picking is very slim. I'm just saying I talk to wrestlers.
You're scraping the fucking barrel.
The bottom of the barrel. Well, I can't know. Yeah. I'll never date a wrestler. I don't think I could ever.
Good. Smart.
That's what everybody tells me, though. Listen, I hang.
Yeah, because we're nuts.
Yeah. But also, like, I think you guys travel so much. That's why a lot of times wrestlers date other wrestlers, because it's just easier if you're on the road with the person that you're in love with. And
well,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need to.
That's what it is. It's easier. It's convenient. And you both have the same passion. You know what I mean? That's what they do it. Me, I don't like that, but, you know.
Well, you also don't need someone as crazy as you. So I hope.
No, I don't. I need someone to calm my craziness down. Thank God for my teammate here. You know what I mean? She calms me down.
That's
Thank
amazing.
God.
You're lucky you have that. Can I ask how you met her?
Because I did it before, folks.
Can I ask how you met her, or do you not like get corny and talk about it?
No, I don't get. No.
All right.
Yeah, you knew that was gonna happen. You know that.
I know. I just get excited when people are like.
Yeah, but when you ask me that same question in private, I go, yeah, no one's.
I've never asked you that in private before, have I?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have.
Well, that's what friends do, but it's fine. We don't have to talk about
it. And I just go, nah, we don't need to know that.
That's true.
No one needs to know that.
Whatever. I just like to believe in other people's love because I don't really believe in love. So I'm like a no.
Oh my God! Here's the world's smallest violin playing just for you. I don't believe in love. You sound like 20-year-old me. Stop it. Stop it. You're so fucking emo. Oh my God.
I'm not emo at all.
I don't believe in love.
It's not that I don't believe in love.
Everybody, you just said that.
Okay, okay, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, when someone finds somebody that they're so happy with, like, I just think that's a beautiful thing because it's not the easiest thing to do, and that not everybody gets that. I think some people are in relationships, and I'm like, why the fuck are they in relationships? Like, that is the most toxic shit. I have friends.
There's a lot of reasons that I don't want to say that I've known some people to stay in a relationship that was toxic for reasons. I don't want to say because it's crude.
I mean, I guess
2024, but there's a reason.
Can you believe it's 2024? Like, already?
No, I can't believe I made it this far.
You made it as far.
Honestly.
You're not even 40 yet. That's not, I mean, you're still kicking. You're still got a lot you got to do.
No, it's just weird. It's weird.
Do you think
I did not think I would see 2024.
Why is that? Just from everything in your past?
Yeah, not even just that. It's just you don't think it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
When you're younger, 2024.
Yeah.
Look, I was raised in the 90s when, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
1997 and 98's my shit. I wasn't thinking about making it to 2024.
Yeah.
I didn't even think I was going to make it to the year 2000. Remember the Y2K thing?
Yes.
Fuck. Everyone thought the whole world was going to end.
Well, yeah. And then they said 2022. Remember that day that the world was going to end too. And then it never
happened.
And
2012, they said the world was going to end, all this stuff.
Yeah. They say that like every few years. So I'm just waiting for it to happen. But at this point, you know, I
want to be in the fire when it happens. I just want to be there butt naked in the fire screaming, let it burn!
Why do you have to be butt naked?
Let it
scare
burn!
Other people more than we're going to be scared because the world is ending.
Covered in mud.
It's great.
Let it burn!
And then like the world doesn't end and the face of every magazine is fucking crazy Eddie Kingston butt naked in a fire. Now that's
just screaming, let it burn, like Apocalypse Now. Let it burn.
Let it burn. And they're like, who's this crazy man that's been hit in the head too many times? Because he's a wrestler. But do you ever think about, because like you just said, like you're in it and like you dreamt about pro wrestling. What do you think about life after pro wrestling ever?
Yeah.
Since you're getting
older, I want to go to Alaska, get a little hut, and be left the fuck alone.
In Alaska?
Yeah, I just want to be left alone. Yeah. That's it. And I want a Razor phone, like the old school Razor flip phones.
Yeah.
My mother will have my number, and that's it.
That's a scary thing to think about. Why do you...
I just want to be left alone. Yeah. I want to make enough money to be left alone.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not too proud. I'll get out of here. If I need money, I'll work at a grocery store. I don't care. I just want to be left alone by that time when I'm out.
I mean...
As I get older, I just want to be more and more left alone.
This is...
That's it.
I'm so happy we did this interview right after Christmas because this is the most upbeat... positive words of affirmation for every fan listening. Eddie Kingston doesn't think you should think he's the greatest, and he wants to be left the fuck alone. And that's it.
Yeah, but that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not by, you know what I mean. I want to be left alone from the bullshit.
Yes,
I don't want to deal with people. I just want the people who I love and care about around, and that's it.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot in this life, and I've learned a lot in this life. And a lot of it, the one major thing I learned, not everyone's going to like you.
Right.
And you're not going to like everybody. And there's very few people you can actually trust and actually call friend.
Mm-hmm.
So keep those people close to you and then move on. You don't need any more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the more people that you're saying that, ready, quotations, you're friends with, the more people that are able to get you and stab you in the back. So pick wisely and then move on. You don't need a lot.
You're like the person.
I don't want everyone to like me either, because then that means,
it's a lot of
you know
pressure.
what I mean? If everyone liked me, if the whole world liked me, then I would be lying, because I'm not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I lied when I was a teenager and in my 20s. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to lie anymore. There's nothing to hide. This is me. Take it or leave it. Fuck out of here.
Take it or run. Run away from it forever and never look back.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my last question because I don't know what's happening. But
yeah, neither do I. This is supposed to be about wrestling, and then it just went.
Honestly, I kind of like not talking only about wrestling on my podcast because I think everyone kind of does that, and I think it is what it is. I would rather see different sides of the people that I interview. So I feel like people really...
Yeah, you just pissed me off, so this is...
You pissed me off like 3 times during this interview, okay?
That's the... Anthony, please leave... Just make a compilation of that.
By the way, Anthony is my producer that Eddie's yelling at to just cut clips of me getting angry.
Gabby pissed off looping over and over and over and over again. The Jersey City came out of her fucking mouth like...
I'm not from Jersey City. I just...
Where are you from?
I'm from Freehold, which is like... You know, what is that fucking look on your face for? What? Tell me right now.
We're good. What's the last question?
I'm glad this is video. So people can know I'm not just getting set off for no reason. Look at him. He's having the best time of his fucking life.
Oh, God, this is good.
Is this your favorite interview this year? I just want to know that it is because...
No, it's not.
Okay, great. It's not mine either. I wasn't going to say that, even though it might be.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so 2023. Now this is like a stupid question. But looking back on like 2023, right? What was, and this could be wrestling. It doesn't have to be wrestling because you don't like to talk about wrestling, obviously.
Not all the time.
Not all the time, but a couple, like, what was your favorite thing that you did this year in 2023? Like, you look back and be like, I'm proud that I did that, or I'm happy that that happened. And it's something like you look back and makes you smile to think about.
Wrestling in the G1.
Yeah.
And wrestling Kenta and Ishii in Corrigan Hall. Wrestling in Sumo Hall.
Yeah.
That's it. These are places I wanted. As you can see, now you got me smiling.
I
asshole.
know. See, I did it. I'm so excited.
Mox put it the best in the interview. He said watching me in Corrigan Hall was like watching someone have like a religious experience.
Wow.
Or going to church. And that's what it was for me.
Yeah.
Going to Corrigan and Sumo Hall and hopefully one day Budokan. That's church to me. That's the style I always wanted to do. That's where I always wanted to be. You know, when I broke in, there was only one company. And I never wanted to go there anyway. Because all I ever wanted to do was be like Kawada, Kenta Kobashi, Masawa, Taue, Akiyama, guys like that. I wanted to be Muto, Chono, Hashimoto. I can go on and on and on. But so that was probably the best thing. Not even just this year, just in my life in general, to reach something that, you know, you never know that you could reach. And you did it. That's why I say, fuck. If I can do it, honestly, anyone can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Just do whatever you want. I actually told that to you.
You did.
When you were going through your own shit.
I know.
I texted you and I said, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. What do you want to do? And you were like, this. I was like, pick one thing.
Yeah.
Pick the one thing you really want to fucking do and then just do it.
Yeah.
Find your way to do it. And that's it.
And that's why I'm not going to get mushy because we don't, even though we'll end it on a good note. I will say you were, when I was going through that shit and it was dark and I was like really down, you were such a real one because you were like, are you good? It wasn't even me being like, Eddie, what do I do? You reached out to me and were like, are you good? Like, what are you doing? What do you want to do? And it wasn't like a lot of the generic bullshit that I got from a lot of people where it was like, you'll come out stronger and like you'll be better. Yeah. You were like, all right, if you want to do it, then fucking do it. Like, start it, just do it. Yeah. If you think you could do it, if you're going to be down on yourself, you're not going to be good at it. But, and then I'd be like, well, do you think I'm going to be good at it? And you're like, I don't give a fuck. Do you think you're going to be good at it?
That's what I told you.
That's literally what you said. You were like, I don't know. I don't really know. You might be bad. But either way, you won't know until you do it. And I was like, okay. Yeah. It was like the most honest.
My exact words were, I remember because I laughed about it later because you wrote back, like, you did like an emoji face or something, like sad emoji face or something.
Yeah, whatever.
And you went, well, do you think I'll be good about it? I went, I don't give a fuck. It's not about me thinking that. It's about you.
Yeah.
And then sad emoji face. Yeah. And then I was like, why are you fucking sad? Do it.
Yeah. You said to me, like, why the fuck do you care what I think? Like, that was, I think, your words were like, who cares what I think? And I was like, well, I care what you think. And you were like, don't worry about me. Worry about you. And it was like the most real advice. You're such a fucking real one for that. So I don't care what you say always. You're always a friend to me. I don't care. Friend. You want to call me friend in quotation. But that's what people don't realize.
She's getting mad again, Anthony. She's getting mad again.
Oh, my God.
On loop.
No, I wanted to end this on a positive note because you are the best, and I hope people realize that about you.
I am not the best. No, I'm just me. I'm just me.
Well, doesn't matter. I'm gonna say nice things because it's my show and I can do whatever the fuck I want. How about that?
There it is again.
Okay. So, and what I want to do is tell you that I appreciate you always being cool about that stuff, and even like coming on today, you didn't have to. You know, I know you're busy, so I appreciate it a lot.
Nah, you asked me to do it. I said, yeah, hit up AEW. Just tell them I said, yeah.
I know, but if you didn't want to do it, you would have been like, I'm busy, bitch.
No, I wouldn't even said I was busy. You know I wouldn't lie to you.
You just be like, I don't want to do it.
I wouldn't lie to anybody. I'd just be like, I'm not fucking doing it. I've done that before.
Yeah, I'm sure. These are going to give me great numbers, so I'm really excited about this interview.
Probably not. You're probably thinking you're going to get great numbers, and you're going to look at it and be like, oh.
No, I was being sarcastic because we really haven't talked about anything substantial.
I can't even know when you're being sarcastic because you have that New Jersey bullshit.
But that's kind of a good thing.
You're always like that.
Don't you think?
What happened?
Don't you think that's a good thing?
Why do you care what I think?
Oh, here we go again. The same fucking line. That's the line that he gives everybody. Okay, so
And now we should end it on that.
okay,
Now we should end it on
we just
that.
got to end it at some. I don't even know. I wanted to end it on me making you smile to think about 2023 because that's a
No,
gift
and
that
I
did.
thought about Japan, New Japan.
Yeah.
Thinking of New Japan and the locker room there and wanting to go back will always make me smile.
Yeah. Well, I love that. So we'll end it on a good note. Eddie, this has been an experience, I will say. I hope everyone else enjoyed it as much as I did.
If they do, they do. They don't, they don't. That's on them.
Listen, but this is a real conversation. This is how we would talk if nobody was listening. This would be our exact kind of conversation.
No, you would be a lot louder and cursing a lot more.
I don't think that. I think I cursed a lot, actually. I might.
No, this was tame from when your normal conversations we have.
You do understand I interview other people that I can't be like this with, so I have to.
Well, that's their fault.
train
That's
myself.
not mine.
No, I know. I also can't be screaming. No one would want to listen because then it's like a shrieking Jersey girl voice in people's ears. It's never.
Yeah,
a good thing.
I know. That's why I heard it that day in Pittsburgh, and I went, "What the fuck?"
This is why we mostly just talk through on the phone, like through text, because you don't want to hear.
Yeah,
my voice.
because we can't. No.
But anyway,
Nothing would get done.
nothing really did get done. This has been 45 minutes of us just talking shit. So it's kind of amazing. I almost wish this could just be a thing and I could just have you on every week, but
Yeah, I'm gonna need money for that though.
yeah, I'm sure. Listen, I need money too. I don't have a job, so it's fine, but it's all good.
Oh, here we go.
So, oh my God. Okay, we have to wrap this up. Poor John at AEW is like, shut this thing down because this is.
Oh yeah, no, he does it most. Yeah, no, most of the time.
This
when I
might be
do
my first and
interviews.
last AEW guest, everybody. So, Eddie Kingston.
No, we'll get you Julia since you're so fucking hopped up on her.
Why can't I
Being
say
so
nice
young
things
and a
about other
champion.
people? Yeah, that's the chance. Like, I have to, okay? I can say nice things about other people that I like besides you, okay? Danielson, I think, is fucking great. How about that?
Oh, you asshole. Of course you would say that. Of course you would
I
say
think
that.
being vegan's cool. I couldn't do it, but sure.
No, I'm not saying being vegan's bad. I just make fun of
Vegetarian.
Brian about it because Brian calls me a bum, so I'm trying to
Yeah,
find
I don't like that
things
shit.
to make fun of him about.
Yeah, I don't like that
You know
shit.
what I mean?
Yeah. And like, cut your hair. You know what I mean? Now I can't say bad things about Danielson. Okay. Anyway, I can't talk shit about other people. This is what happens. But thank you so much. I think this was good for the time today. You are a real one always. You're the best.
Leave me alone.
All right. On that note, thank you so much, Eddie. We will have hopefully more AEW guests on in the near future.
Nope.
Everyone enjoy the new year because I believe this will be my last podcast before the new year next week. So, and enjoy World's End in Long Island.
Word. Hopefully I'm there.
Hopefully Eddie's there.
Yeah, hopefully.
We don't know. I'll hear him from New Jersey in Long Island. I'll know he's there before all of you because I'll hear him.
Are we going to end this or are you going to keep going because you need the
No,
last
I just
word?
like pissing you off. Yeah, of course I need the last word. It's my show. And this is how I always end my show. You're gonna hate my tagline, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Okay.
So at the end of all my shows, I say LYMNB and I hashtag LYMNB. Do you know what that means?
No, please enlighten me.
It means love you most, no backs, because he's walked. And on that note, Eddie hated it and he actually left. But do you want to say it with me, Eddie?
What happened?
Do you want to say it with me to end the show?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to say it. LYMNB, love you most, no backs. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
It's about to get Gabby AF.
We bout to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF. We bout to get Gabby AF, Gabby AF. It's nothing less, cause you rockin' with the best. Now we bout to get Gabby AF.